Hey, hit the like button as soon as you come in the building. I want y'all to really like take a moment of silence and really pay attention to what's going on. And I want you to let me know where y'all from. If y'all from Memphis, go ahead and throw that in the chat box. If y'all just let me know where y'all from, man. Who y'all rocking with? We gonna wait for some people to come up in. Hey man, I want y'all to send y'all condolences to Key Glock. I want y'all to send y'all condolences to both sides, man, because at the end of the day, this is senseless violence, man. And at the end of the day, we know for a fact that me and Jay already said who did what in Makedas. She said who played what part. And this goes to show, like, you have to really be cautious because these same people who young Dolph was supposed to meet his artists and stuff. People got to really look at this because in all actual reality, we know for a fact that the DA, they stated some excruciating things that may cause this whole conjunction to go left. I want you guys to really look at this because everything that I knew about this, it like I was shocked when I looked at it. I'm hold on, like what's going on? Like at the end of the day, we know for a fact that Dolph, he wasn't even supposed to be at that cookie shop at that time. They called him and told him to come early. Y'all gotta look at one thing from what these people just said. Breaking news, y'all. For everybody who's just coming in the building, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I want y'all to look at one thing that they just said, what really put me in the dismemberment. I want y'all to really look at that, man, because they said that these people scheduled him to be there to do an opening to basically promote Makedas. Then they said that he was supposed to be there for a music video, which in conjunction makes me think, like, hold on. Why would they call him there early? Like at the end of the day, he wasn't doing nothing for himself. They wanted everything to be done for them. You got to look at one thing. They real life sat there and called that man. He was supposed to come 2 hours late, man. And this is what makes me so mad.
And when T-Mobile released the whole thing about the phone call with Snoop Bands and Big Moochie Grape, they played it back. He told both of them that they was all supposed to meet there at 8:59 a.m. Like, and the fact that if they supposed to meet there, that means the people in the store got to know that they coming. They not just gonna let people come to the store at 8:59 a.m. Somebody has to let them in. And so they know they expecting them to come. Makeda's Raven knows anybody that walks in and out of that door, and they keep that back door propped open. So it's people entering on all sides, man. And you got to understand that the T-Mobile playback rewind of the phone call is not going to get changed. It's going to be played exactly like how they said. So if he says we're meeting at Makeda's for a music video at 8:59 and they know we're coming, that you can't change that. There's no blur in the footage for that. You hear it clear. And so what y'all gotta realize is that means everybody was supposed to be there, but then he's only there by himself. So something went wrong in the whole grand mix of all that. Is not no reason that he should be a millionaire showing up to a place alone when it's supposed to be 30 dudes of backup.
I know for a fact that you like that's something that we all can really sit back and really pay attention to because in all actual reality, the same people that did this to him, only a few of them locked up. And from what the examiner's report stating, man, they sunk that man up, man. They hit that man 22 times. Hey, you hear me? At the end of the day, man, like you have to be really aware of MoneybaggYo was in the back seat of the truck. Look, he raised the window down. Once he raised the window down, that's when they spotted him. Like at the end of the day, the girl said that the black truck, the white Mercedes, and the red car. I want y'all to really look at that because y'all know what happened. These people is calling from Memphis saying these people set this man up and then rush straight to Privé. Y'all know what just happened to Privé.
Exactly. They told the limo driver to stomp on the gas pedal and go to the back of Privé because they had to get out. Like that's why they swarmed the parking lot and was barricading so that nobody could get into Privé because they know who just showed up in the back door and got in through the secret entrance. The same secret entrance that the three dudes used to get up in there and sneak up onto that table that happened with Yo Gotti's cousins there. And condolences to them and anybody who got affected by that because that shouldn't have happened to nobody. They should have made sure that no one can run into Privé. And the only reason that happened is because of the fact that that's where they went to after the young Dolph.
And that makes you wonder, like, hold on phone them, this ain't what Young Dolph was. He not even from Memphis. He was only in Memphis so that he can make him a little bread. You gotta understand, he was going back and forth, and they knew exactly when he got off that plane. They dropped his low. Y'all gotta really look at that when your low get dropped, man. And I know a lot of y'all from the streets. If y'all from the streets, let me know in the comment section, man, because people, they know for a fact that Young Dolph came out there for a reason. And he sat there, he only let Big Moochie Grape, Key Glock, Mia J, and the man, shout out, hey, I want to realize some of my condolences, man, to Mia J and the family, man, for the loss of Young Dolph. I want y'all to really look at that because it hurts to see that the evidence that's coming out is pointing back to the same people who played a role in everything that went on with Young Dolph.
Exactly, and none of that would have happened if they was just going to stay doing what they do. But the thing is that he was coming from New York, and Big Moochie Grape was right there. He was trying to help Big Moochie Grape do his whole thing in New York. But see, the thing is Yo Gotti had connections in the CMG faction of New York because of the fact that Jay Z is right there. So the fact he didn't go and say hi to check into Jay Z and left New York. And then once Yo Gotti heard that he was coming into Memphis, and he got mad because he was doing the turkey drive, and that makes Yo Gotti look bad because Yo Gotti didn't do that before. And so he was winning over the people. And that makes him feel a type of way to where sometimes when that comes and push comes to shove, somebody will be like, no, if they can't do that because of the fact that it's supposed to be in Yo Gotti's eyes his city, but then the people is choosing Dolph as the king of Memphis, and so he can't sit on the throne that he wanted to sit on, and so that means that he's gonna have a lot of the built up anger,
A
and
lot,
that passes on.
exactly, because a lot of people sit there and look at it like, hold on, Yo Gotti knew for a fact that Key Glock, he already bodied two of the dudes. Like at the end of the day, we know for a fact what happened. Like people sit back and take life for granted. Y'all gotta pay attention to what's going on and really look at everything and everybody that played a role in this because a lot of people say Young Dolph, he ran the whole Memphis. Like at the end of the day, I feel that Young Dolph ran Memphis, and the only reason why it got bad is because he got into it with like he got into it with straight drop. Like at the end of the day, everybody know for a fact True the Mafia wanted Young Dolph to basically sign them so that they can have a partnership and basically still mess with CMG and PRE. And in the streets, you cannot play both sides. Everybody know this. Everybody know for a fact that it's sad because everybody who played a role in this, they know Big Junk was the main one who pulled up to the shop before anybody. We know this. Like at the end of the day,
Exactly, and that's how they took out Newski because he was already in the studio with PRE dudes. When they pulled up, a lot of people didn't think that they was gonna slide for Dolph. A lot of people did not think that they was gonna do things so quickly. But the way that Newski went out, man, that whole thing, that's when you got to realize that he got caught up in the midst of it, because anything that CMG does and you still with them, him being through BGE and Moneybag Yo, when he gave him that chain, he had to take a certain kind of thing that's going to come with it. And that's exactly what came with it. Because when them folks came up at the studio, they were not playing at all, man, because they meant business when they came there. Because people was downplaying the fact that they was just going to wait for the Justice and Dolph, but they forgot what about the streets, because a lot of people, they get caught up in the streets before it ever go to anything where they figure out what's going to happen. And so you got to understand that they should have looked out for Newski way better. Why would they just let him go up there in that area, in that territory by himself, man? I don't care if they let him borrow the car. You got to understand, when the dude ran off with his car and said he was going to come back and told him to come outside, he should have noticed that them dudes behind the tent was actually not rocking with him. And as soon as they called his name and waved him forward, the dude had gloves on. Never go to somebody who's waving to you with gloves on. That means they're getting ready to do something. Anytime you see somebody put gloves on, it's either they about to search you or stick something or whatever. But the thing is that you can't trust nobody. And when Newski was behind the enemy line like that, and look, condolences and everything like that, because Newski part of CMG and BGE, when MoneybaggYo signed him and everything like that, he forgot about the fact that Blac Youngsta already did all that stuff to set that emotion to continue to be. So anybody that came in after that is just gonna get wrapped up in it and had to deal with the consequences.
And that makes all purpose for them to even send Trula Mafia, because you gotta understand, Govan ran Trula Mafia, and people think Govan had nothing to do with it. Govan was the one who got the money to put on top of Young Dolph. I want y'all to really look at it. That's the only reason Young Dolph really got caught up in it, because it's too many people in Trula Mafia, and they say Trula Mafia is the ones who basically stop people whenever they coming down airways. Y'all gotta understand, they got their eyes on every car. They on S at every moment. Trula Mafia know for a fact they could have got Big Moochie Great before they got Young Dolph, because Big Moochie Great instantly, he got robbed for the chains already. Instantly. He instantly tried to get away from them in that Lambo truck, the purple one. I know a lot of people sit back and say, what purple Lambo truck? Y'all know for a fact the receipts is on the floor now. Y'all got to look at one thing. This man sat there and crashed the truck trying to get away from Trula Mafia. Y'all got to look at that, man, because once they tested the diamonds on the chain, the PRE chain they got took, OG Bang Wang was the main one. He instantly ran up on him, man. He started blowing. That's why Big Moochie Grape instantly started dissing him in every song. That's why he talked subliminal about True Mafia in every song.
Exactly. And Govan, he rides with the limo driver to go pick up Straight Drop and Big Jook. How do you think that they got entrusted by CMG or Gotti to handle the brand like that? They get to decide who's gonna get paid in the streets for doing what, and which one is gonna happen first, because they just waiting for the dominoes to fall. And that's how you gotta understand who is it that OG Bangway keeps selling the chains to, because nobody's gonna want them chains unless they actually personally involved with the beef. So it only makes sense that he sells the chain back to the same guys that control the bread in the same streets, man. So if they got 40K or 100K to put on whoever's head, whether it's Dolph or whether they did that to the J guy from Trula, then that means that this OG Bangway can go to them with Big Moochie Graves 2 PRE chains and sell it. And that's probably how Govan got it for Straight Drop in the first place, because OG Bangway did not pick between CMG and PRE. It's two other sides to that. You forgot about Trula and Double R. And the way that Makedas Ravens is hanging now with the people from Double R, you gotta understand that she told OG Bangway where everything was. That's how he knew where to go, because Big Moochie Grape, he stayed right there with the Haitians in that same hood where they pulled the U-Haul truck up. They hot, because as soon as OG Bangway pulled up, he knew he was exactly where he needed to be, because he seen the three guys with the gold teeth. And that's how he knew Big Moochie Grape was right around the corner shooting dice. So when he pulled up on him and told him to run them chains and that he needed that, he took off with the purple Lamborghini truck, man, and pulled up right up to Govan and Big Juke. They could have easily cashed him out there if they really wanted to, but they ain't say that. And that's why you got to understand that it's a lot that's going on that's basically behind the scenes that don't get talked about. And that's why people are still trying to be out there, like actually looking out for whoever was rocking with Dolph. And it runs deep because Memphis is small. They all know each other. And at this point, it's either they got to come together and basically get on their John Morant where they running it up, or it's gonna go south because at any given point now, it could all crumble and fall apart. You see what's going on with CMG.
We know for a fact Black Youngster was the main one. He used to be cool with Key Glock. Him and Key Glock was hanging out before anybody even realized, like, hold on, ain't Black Youngster CMG this right when Black Youngster got signed to CMG, and everybody know for a fact once he got signed to CMG, he was the hype man. He was the main one. He was the main one who was out there. He instantly put money on two people. Y'all got to really look at everything that's going on because it's sad that he had to keep going through this. So we got to really pay attention to the fact